Only been over here about a minute, but you already sound like a dick, stop trying. So we dance like you're just not there.
Ew. Ignore that. What actually say?
If you see me looking down over here, it's because I wrote some stuff down that I wanted to say because I wanted this video to be actually good and actually mean something. So I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. I just graduated high school.
Shout out to the class of 2015. You survived. Kind of.
I have some questions from some of you guys that you wanted some advice about high school. So that's what this video is right now. Just a little disclaimer for this video. I'm going based on what I would do if it were me. If you take my advice and use it, that's at your own risk. I didn't have many friends. Some of the questions revolve around how to make friends, and I suck at that, so I'll be giving you the best advice I can. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into answering the questions and stuff. And a lot of these questions are probably something I would have asked. So the first question is,
A handy dandy sheet, I wrote them all down.
the first one was, I'm going into high school soon. Any tips for freshmen? My first tip would be to not get too nervous or overworked or anxious on your first day, especially if you get lost in the hallways, because that will only make it worse. And to go along with that, don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't think that high school will turn out like it is in the movies, if you don't already know that. And this might sound a little cheesy or whatever, but don't worry about fitting in. Just be yourself and you will find your place, I promise. The second question was it hard learning your way around as a freshman? Because my high school is really big and I'm kind of worked up over it. My high school is pretty big too. I would say it wasn't too hard to learn my way. I toured the school beforehand. If they offer that at your school, go ahead and take it. And also use your school map on the first day. And like I said, answering the first one is don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, teachers, administration, even if you have to ask an upperclassman, I promise they're not as scary as they seem. Most of them do not care. They'll tell you where to go. You know, like I said, it's not like the movies where people are mean about it.
I don't know, movies make it seem like, you know, the upperclassmen are really mean to the freshmen, and I haven't experienced that. Fire truck.
The third question is, I'm going into high school soon, but some of my friends are going to different schools and we're getting separated. Do you have any tips on making new friends? I'm really awkward. This was one of the things I mentioned I haven't ever experienced because I pretty much grew up with the same group of people, but here is, I guess, my best advice for that. Be active and be yourself. So like I said earlier, it's cheesy, but be yourself. And then join clubs at your school that interest you. Let's see, there's
Band, color guard, student council, debate team, theory club, cheerleading, chorus, drama, basketball, soccer, football, baseball.
There's so many things you can join at your school, I guarantee you. Joining a club and band and other stuff, football, sports teams, anything like that, you'll make friends because they'll be on your team and your club, and they'll also share the same interests as you. Don't be afraid to say hi to the person next to you or the people next to you. Hey, can I borrow that pencil? I hate it when people ask me that. Ask them what their name is if you don't know. Maybe even say you're new and say, hey, can I sit with you at lunch? That answers the question later, but maybe that can tie into that too. These are all just tying together, so. Like I said before, it's super cheesy, but be yourself. Because if you're fake, then eventually people are going to find out the person behind the mask, and they're going to tell that you're fake. So you might as well just start from the beginning, be yourself. And also, I'm really awkward too. I don't know if this comes across in videos or not. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it does. But don't worry, just embrace it.
Embrace the awkwardness. We can do this together.
Let's go to the next question. This is stuff that I wanted to know when I was a freshman. This one is a really good question, and I thought about it for a little bit. My best friend posted this one day, and I'm not going to read it word for word. Garbage truck, again. It was basically that one test that you failed your freshman year isn't going to affect the rest of your life. And there was another quote from, I don't really know who it was from, but it said, you are not defined by your test scores, and your self-worth does not come from your GPA or your grades or what college you end up at. And I think that's pretty important because I think we all get so wrapped up in our grades and our school. Not everyone, because some people really just don't care about school. But I think a lot of us, it was me too, like I can put myself in that group. I got so wrapped up in school and my grades and cared so much about them that I started thinking I was stupid because I couldn't get to the top of the class. And I was in school with really smart people. I was in IB diploma program. I was with some really smart people who did not have to study and could pull out 100. And I was not one of those people. I've always been someone who had to study. So I started putting my self-worth into my grades, and when I would not fail tests, but
To me, a C is failing.
so when I would get C's on tests and my friends would be pulling out 97s, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid, why am I here? So I think we all get so wrapped up and worked up about our grades that we forget to live. And I don't want to say school is not important. School is very important. I don't think we should be getting so worked up and wrapped into it that we forget how to live and breathe and have fun. Because you know, this is high school. This is supposed to be the best 4 years of your life.
I think. What was that college?
Wow, this video is getting really serious. I need something funny to happen.
I'm not funny though, so.
Also, one last thing that I wish I would have known my freshman year is senioritis is real, and it creeps up on you slowly, and then it just grabs you by the throat. Next question was, how do I make time for homework? My best advice to make time for homework is to get an agenda, write the things you need to do down in a day, and balance your time.
Is that the right phrase?
Time management, balance your schedule, work it out. We're almost done. This question was how to deal with higher grades, and I feel like a lot of you guys might be paranoid about upperclassmen, and in my experience, you don't have to worry about that. At my high school anyway, we didn't. The only day we ever had to look out for was the seniors' last day, but all the seniors did was like throw water balloons and silly string around, so I don't think you have anything to worry about. Oh, and glitter.
There's lots of glitter.
It's not like the movies. I feel like the movies make them seem like they all pick on freshmen, and that the freshmen are basically screwed over for a year. I was fine. Everyone I knew was fine, so maybe that's just my school. But I have never even heard of that, really, besides movies, so this is how it mostly goes. Not every single person is this way, but for the most part, this is the structure of the high school classes.
The freshmen are the anxious and nervous little children. Sophomores are slightly more chill than the freshmen, but still a little, yeah. The juniors think they're awesome and cool because they're almost seniors, and they're pretending that they don't care, but they do because their scores matter to college. And seniors don't care at all about anything. Literally just trying to graduate. That's what they care about. That's the only thing they care about, and they do not care about school or the people in it. Yeah.
And this last question was another one that was, I think, really important to me. How do I deal with anxiety caused by school, and how did I try to overcome it, and do I have any specific methods? I have actually very high levels of anxiety. How did I deal with anxiety caused by school? This might not be the best advice for me to give to anyone because I happen to be really different than most people. I'm an only child, and the way my parents' work schedule is, I spend a lot of time by myself. So I have to deal with anxiety myself because there's no one around me to help me deal with it. So how did I deal with it is I pretty much just focused on myself when I needed to. If I needed a break from schooling, like not school day, but homework or something, I would stop doing my homework, maybe watch a funny show or some YouTube videos, listen to some music. I would distract myself from it. I feel like that might not be the best way. I'm a big music person. I'm a dancer and a singer, kind of. And I'm really big into listening to music. So whenever I would get overwhelmed and start having an anxiety attack, I would pretty much just listen to music. Ed Sheeran was always the top of my calming down music, I kind of call it. That would probably be my best specific method. It took me a lot to do this, but talk to your teachers. If there's a specific class that's giving you a real anxiety problem, go talk to the teachers. Being an IB, we had to do an English interactive oral commentary. When I found out about that and we started preparing for it and stuff, I started getting really bad panic and anxiety attacks, which they're kind of similar, kind of different. And I would start hyperventilating in the middle of school just thinking about it, and I would get really nervous in class. And all of a sudden I just couldn't function in my English class properly because I would just be freaking out all the time. It was so overwhelming for me. There were points where I felt like I was dying. My mom made me go in and talk to my English teacher. She said, if you don't, I'm going to. And I felt like it would be better if my English teacher heard it from me. So go talk to your teachers. If there's a specific class that's giving you anxiety or panic attacks or whatever, you need to go talk to your teacher about it. Your teacher might help you calm down and might help you, figure out a way to de-stress yourself. I hope that answered your question. I take anxiety very seriously. Feel free to talk to me if you're having anxiety problems. I take it very seriously. I don't mess around with it because I know how it feels and it can be very scary. So I'm here if you need that. If you need me, I'll try my best to help you in whatever way I can. I don't want you to be alone. And not just the person that answered the question, anyone that's feeling anxious or having panic attacks, please don't. I'll be here.
I pretty much live on my phone, so I'll always be here.
I hope this helped. And I know this got really deep kind of quickly. I don't really know what my next video will be or when it'll be up. I kind of want to film one when I get back from Minnesota. Would you guys like to see a Minnesota vlog? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to go now. I don't want to make this super long. Like this video if this helped you out in any way or this eased your mind. And comment below what grade you're going into. Let me know if you guys want to see a Minnesota vlog next. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay strong, stay beautiful, stay positive, stay rad, and keep listening to music. Bye!